To bar, everything good? Yes, I. Don't ramp when shotgun a go hard. Now, people, shotgun is for protection. Spiritual shot of fire, physical. It's not war or violence. If you know me, I'm a revolution star. And the whole clan steal my knowledge. The whole earth steal my knowledge. Because me have my own IQ. Not what ABC or 1, 2, 3 manual give you. I give you my way. And I'm not against the creator who give us the knowledge to teach mankind. All I'm saying, I'm from their creations, and this is how I speak. And this one is about instilling culture knowledge. Now, I am from the island. Down on the island, they instill Christianity. Right? And Christianity teaches about God and Jesus Christ and the devil and the whole bag of story. And they instill that into the people their mind. If you try to tell them something different, they will never learn from it. But the Bible said there's a part where it said, what they don't reveal to the mother and father, they reveal to the baby and suckling. A lot of Jamaican mother and a lot of black people do not understand that. Some children gonna come and say things different from the Bible. And then you have the brainwash controller. Whenever someone speaking the truth, them try to make them look like faggot, or they make them look like they're sick in their head. They went as far and steal all their knowledge, rewrite all their knowledge to keep it their way, their control way. Understand? But what they don't realize, the creations of life, not going to allow it. You're going to have another 30 years, another 100 years, another 40 years, another billion years, another one going to come and say, no, what you're doing is stupid. For example, them teaching us about Jesus Christ, right? But the Bible teaches us that the earth is the Lord and all the fullness thereof. So when I check what is the Lord, I say, well, the tree is God. Because that's the Lord, that's away from the earth. Let me check the forces of the tree. I'm going to check the rock. I'm going to check the wind. Everything, I say, everything of God. You have to be careful what you say in a certain environment and what you teach and what you say. You understand? But when we check the knowledge that instill to keep black people in a stupid form, I reject that. If we bring it to another Rastaman, right? Most Rastaman, if you bring a knowledge to them about anything when me said them say, I'm sick, I'm crazy, or I'm kind of out the now. But when we check what the Rastaman is saying, I realize them I read from book and they tell the people them something where a slave master right give him. You understand that? Or some other nation right give him. In our black culture, you don't have many black men with books of knowledge to teach their black people, because when they destroy the black man, root the king timeline, then they burn up all the black men books. Destroy all the black men knowledge. Because there was a time was kings and queens. And then the slave master over it and make it single. Because the black people was living in unity. One man used to have more than 5 wives, more than 10 wives, and there was unity in the house. And that keep the black man family powerful. And this is why they come down and then pop the sun and kill out the black people in those timelines. And they also overthrow some timeline and kill out the black men. Art, for art, music, everything. Clothing, art, the way we speak, the way we write, all that was destroyed. You understand? So a new knowledge come and teach black men a certain way, and then teach black men ignorant. Then they use tricks. Because, for example, if you know I, before you know I, what they were saying about I. Understand? The youths them that know me, when you heard of I, and when you hear me speaking, what they tell you before you start to understand what I was saying. Those are some of the things that instill in our culture. If one of us supposed to enlighten, you suddenly you sick, you're crazy, you're stupid. And then we pass it on and on. But let's look at the thing named racism. Racism come from everything. Because you have black man racism, you have white people racism, you have Indian racism, Puerto Rican and Mexican racism. All nations is racism, because some black men will never talk to white. You understand? That means you have some white men that would have never talk to black. And you got some white women that would have never talk to black men. And you got some will. And you have some black men would have talk to white. You have some Indian women would have never talk to black men. But when you check it, you got some Indian women that would have talked to black men. You got some black women would have never talked to no other race but the black race. So everything is in racism. But who instilled those knowledge now? It's just part of nature. Because when we check the levels of nature, like the behavior of life force, we realize they us. You know, you got wolf over here, wolf with the wolf back, and the lion over here run with lions and leopards, and all the birds that flock together. All the swans stay with swan. So if you go over the swan going to pick at you and you're going to be fight. Pigeon stay with pigeon, you're going to pigeon jump, pigeon going to get rude. That's what's life form. If you understand creation, then you don't understand, oh, if you're on an environment and you full a lot of white and they start to frown on you, because you're in their zone, man. Check nature. You can't get mad. You gotta get on deep. You ever see the animal in environment? For example, the chimpanzee. There's all different a monkey. Anytime a predator coming our way, what we always happen in the jungle, you will notice the chimpanzee will let off a sound and they will run up to the tree and go hide it. In our black community now, let's focus on the knowledge they instill. Yeah, hip hop. Right? Hip hop instilling ignorance with rapping. You understand? And you hear a lot of speaker comes and talk how they degrade the women's and everything, but you gotta realize now who is the one behind them instilling that type of knowledge and putting that into the people they face. You understand? Is who control the money. And in terms of you gotta rap this way and say this way, this is what the people they want. But if you check hip hop, there was a time hip hop was rapping positive. You understand? And that way hip hop faded because someone come and instill a knowledge of ignorance, of degrading, of have no respect for black people, have no respect for black women, have no respect for their mother and their father and their sister and their brother. You understand? These are some of the things that they keep instilling knowledge and put it like that. Like for example, principle different from reality. You understand? Reality is what you see. You understand? You hear a word, you believe it, but there's no reality. That means you're stupid. But if you hear a word and you find it interested what the person say or speak of a person and you're going to check to see if the person is like that, then you're not no more stupid. You're confirming reality. You understand? And when you have principle, it's certain things you don't do, certain things you don't say, certain things you don't dress, certain things you don't speak or rap or do. You got principle for yourself. You understand? Certain things you won't advertise, certain things you won't teach onto your people, certain things you want to let your people see. You understand that? These are some of the things involved in our community. There was a time in our black community, if you look at a person in his eyes, they want to fight. When we check the movie, it reflects in the movie that knowledge instilled. But so where did you get that from? I look in your eyes, you want to fight. I step on your shoes, you want to fight. They instill that behavior into the community. You understand? Now, if you check it, you don't have no life form in the jungle or in the animal species. You look at them and they want to fight. They might grunt like. You ever see two pit bull who are not from the same yard, and when they buck up together, they start to grunt? That's just life form, and that's what we was behaving at one time here in America and on the Caribbean. Understand? And I want you to check the knowledge of King Selassie, who installed that into the people there present, and why some of us grow here and why some of us do not. When we check why we grow here is the earth call us. It's the earth itself, the force of the land call you to grow you here. When me speak, it's the force of the earth call you to speak unto the people. If lesbian is over here and gay is over here doing their thing, and it affecting the straight middle one, someone from the earth gonna call to enlighten the people that in the middle. Say, yo, that you listening to them over here, you listen to them over here. It affecting the middle, because that's the energy. You understand? Down in Jamaica, that means they are instilling hip hop down in Jamaica and pushing away the one job. Who is doing that? The one who control the radio and the one who control the contract. A person like me, if you check my music, I am a multi-talented person. Jamaican artists, them, and the system of the fog, them down in the parish and the American fogs, them, they took my art and sing it to the people. All my acapellas sing unto the people. Who you think instill that unto the people? racism, system predators, system oppressors who control the music. So poor people do not control reggae. That no one would have seen me a cappella. That's why in a card shot, the man said, who copies Ram? He said, police. Who pick fight with you in the public? Police may take time out and see that. Who instill those type of music among the people? Is the people themselves. But the people them are in poverty, so if something come at them, they have to feed them. But you have to realize, you know, the culture can't have only those roots. You're going to have gangster music. You're going to have roots music. You're going to have broke-out music. You're going to have sexual music. You're going to have party music, drinking music. But if you just have one way of music, that will destroy the culture. There's nothing wrong with gangster music. But if it's only that the people, you put it in the people's eyes, what you do, you're going to create an ignorant generation. You're going to create a generation that do not respect black women and do not respect women at all. You understand? So when you're installing knowledge, it can affect and it can uplift and it can have a different way of approaching society. But you got to understand who control, they know what they're doing. When you come of age, they want you to stop singing and get out of their club. Because you, black men, don't control club. So he can push you out the club. He want to push you. You used to sing. You have to, you come of age, you have to run to the church to sing. He put you out of their segment. He put you out of dancehall segment and say, you're too old now. Let's the little one corrupt the other ones. Let them talk about guns and violence and disrespect and all that penis sucking, and the girls they talk about winding up and dressing all stupid and crazy. You understand? If I'm in control and my own radio station and TV, he couldn't bring that to me. No, black man is not in control. He just look black. But he just transform from another race. Him soul no black soul. So this is why it's like that. These are some of the things that instill and continue to instill. I buy a radio station and the police system took it. Understand? And put lawyer office there to stop the black man from having his own way of control. If you check Hot 97, black men don't own that. He look black, but he's not black man. I'm telling you that black man would never do that. BLS, no. Anything me buy, Babylon took it. You understand? You got to understand certain levels of how me buy things and how me do things. You understand? And they will show up with their badge and take it because they're trying to keep them black people. They're instilling poverty control. And they're instilling ignorance control. And they're instilling fight amongst each other control. And they're instilling women do not have no respect for themselves control. The women have to get back to her roots. All women need to get back to their roots and know how to carry themselves and how to respect their men. And how if the woman don't have respect for herself or children, not going to have respect for herself. If the father don't have respect for himself, he's not going to have no respect for herself. You understand? And then when you check the father from the beginning, he put the penis into the woman. Someone's scheming to put that father on child support. Black men don't control that. If black men control that, it wouldn't be like that. Understand? Black men don't have nothing at all. And I'm trying to tell you, means a black man rise. I mean, have things. But Babylon control the computer system, so he fraud it and own it and trick you. If you do not know what I know, you're going to say, I'm crazy. Let me say, go check the database. Babylon erased that. To instill poverty among black people. You understand? That's what they do. And install ignorance against black people. You understand? When we talk to Rems tell me, say the whole Rems is racism. Me are the first black man a part of Rems. The soul, not the skin. Because when they teach me, they tell me, say, our Rems do not watch the skin color. We watch the soul of the black man. Wherever this soul is, that here speaking, we have to pay attention because it's different from our soul. You understand it? And these are some of the things you have to understand. Down in the parish, we're not done with the stupidity, blood. I'm New York, we're not done with the stupidity and research your knowledge you've been teach, blood. You understand? You got to research it, man. You operating on an ABC 1, 2, 3 knowledge of someone give you. You smarter than what he give you. You understand? That's what they tells me. And they tell me, so what's happening with my way is because I using my own IQ, and that is what the problem is. And my IQ is what is an IQ. If you're smart with a book someone wrote, yo, that's not your IQ. That's just someone IQ. If you're smart on a maths that someone created, that's not your IQ, that is someone's IQ. I do not know maths like that. But I could go from 1 to 100 and I know my mathematics basis. But that's what the formula of the world that operate. That's how the system operates. So I have to know that to control myself. I can't spell every word, but if you put a word to me, I could tell you spell it wrong. Or I could go check up on it. You understand? This is how I teach myself. And I go through the school system and I'm saying, yo, if this is the way you teach, yo, let me teach too. You understand? And I try to tell you, if you are black youth, man, check all the amount of people in prison of black men in your area. It's easy to do that. All those things are available online, man. Believe me. If you're in New York City, check how much black men get locked up, man, in prison, and how much they're free. Because believe me, there's a person like me making sure they let you know how much black men they're freeing in New York State, in the 4 borough, and they're making you know through the whole 50 state. And if you check down at Jamaica, Westmoreland, through the 14th parish, you will still see the same thing, that they're framing you and put it in jail. And why they frame you and put you in jail? Because they have time machine and they own everything for you already. Why are young you rapping and getting shot down? Because they own everything for him already. They don't want him to come become it. These are some of the things they instill. No, we are at the time of eternal. You understand? If you do not understand eternal and I speak it to the camera because you was instilled a stupid ghetto mind, a stupid knowledge to keep you low, a stupid brainwash knowledge, if I tell you it, you're going to say, I'm crazy. But if you're smart, you're going to get up and go check. You understand that? That's what is the key to it. You understand? Never believe the system that give you the manuals. Never. The facts are the research and check. If the people them research and check, you will realize they are liar. They are thief. They are murder. You got to protect your family. You understand? If someone say I'm sick, but what evidence you got say I'm sick? If someone say I'm crazy, what evidence you got? If someone say I'm a twig, how did you know that? How come you gonna put it in your song and say that? You do not understand. I'm nothing like that. Where did you get your facts from? Where did you get it from? You are being tricked by faggots. You've been tricked by lesbians. You've been tricked by government. Because we have a knowledge to enlighten you. I'm telling you, this is how they install things in your mind. You understand? They install things to your mind so you can't die and return. But you can die and return. They install things in your mind so you can't go to the future. But you can go to the future. They install in your mind there's only one planet and there's zillions of planets. They install in your mind say, I can't guard the sun. But I can guard the sun. Because you do not have the mathematics yet of that knowledge yet for you to learn it. If you check all knowledge within this earth and everything you got is all fake. Down to the ones that are true and then some of them fake them way to throw them. And they allow it because they're going to change it. And if you check it, the knowledge you got, you think human is the only life form. You might think all alien is wrong alien. You might think all species is the wrong species. If you see a species, a blue human race, you're gonna say that don't exist. If you see a yellow one, you're going afraid like, a blue root, you're gonna call it alien. So a blue alien, a white alien. So it's always another life form. You understand that? You have to wake up and check yourself to understand. But all the knowledge you got in your community, check your roots, blood. Check what they instill when you eat. Because that's knowledge they instill. Check all what they instill for you to drink. And check the way you speak. Check how you treat your woman. You know, check the song you're listening to. Check the party, check the environment. Check who control the business. Check all the franchises and how much black men own them. And you got the McDonald's, all of them that you're buying from. Kentucky and see who really is what. Check to know the difference between a black man control and a transformed control, or a soul that look having black skin and he's not black. You got to know the difference between a black man and a not so black man, or wanna be black man, or a become black man. You understand? You got to know these things, and you got to know these things. People don't really die, bro. They just end time it. Understand? And go on to another planet. And if they say I can't create planet, you don't have the right mathematics yet. Understand? Some things to your mind is beyond it. Something into your way of thinking is beyond it. Your teaching is come from someone else. The best thing to do is get your own teaching, and how you do study their teaching and look for the reality. And I'm going to give you something. to look at for the rest of your life. The military cloak, camouflage. Yo, go check where it come from. The blue police force, go check where it come from. The jail color, check where it come from. Remember, all of them is angel order, and that means that angel would create the camouflage to give human. You understand? And there was a time angel was ruling the land, and there was a time demons was ruling the land. You understand that? This is something you got to understand. And one angel will rub out the whole planet. One. We kill out the whole army. One angel will kill out the whole human race. I mean, just probably just scream out loud. You can just wave a wand. You can stamp the front, you can clap. Angels. And I want you to remember, human was not the first life form that created. Think about the life form that created before human created. Understand? Think about those life forms. In a zillion, trillion, billion, zillion years to come, if you watch this camera, understand? To this level, check the knowledge that instill in your time, and to check yourself, to have a wisdom of yourself. Understand? I remember, human was not the first life form. Think about technology of other race before they were. Think about the blue race, man, believe me. And the yellow and the purple and the green one, them dangerous. Yeah?